Once declining, the bald eagle became a symbol of hope and national resilience. Pesticides like DDT thinned eggshells, collapsing reproduction across countless nesting sites nationwide rapidly. Riverside cliffs fell silent as nesting pairs vanished year after devastating year again. Biologists recorded alarming declines and raced to identify causes and potential solutions quickly. Communities mourned empty skies, sensing something vital had been lost forever and quietly. Conservationists united, combining science, policy, and grassroots action to protect eagles and habitats. The Endangered Species Act provided legal shields that enabled meaningful recovery efforts nationwide. Scientists studied eggshell chemistry, diet, and habitat to understand reproductive failure causes thoroughly. DDT exposure weakened shells, causing chicks to crush inside before ever hatching tragically. Communities banned certain pesticides and supported safer practices to restore ecosystem health again. Wetlands were restored, rivers cleaned, and fish populations slowly recovered for eagles again. Captive breeding programs reinforced wild populations while focusing on genetic diversity management carefully. Reintroduction sites offered secure nesting areas, abundant fish, and protective legal status permanently. Volunteers monitored nests vigilantly, reporting threats and deterring poachers through community stewardship proudly. Public education transformed perceptions. People began celebrating raptors rather than fearing them joyfully. Lead tackle removal and fishing reforms reduced poisoning incidents among foraging eagles dramatically. Industrial pollution controls lowered contaminant loads entering rivers, benefiting entire aquatic food webs significantly. Eggshell thickness gradually recovered, improving hatching success and juvenile survival rates measurably consistently. Nesting pairs returned to riversides and lakeshores, rebuilding territories once abandoned long ago. Tagged eagles revealed migration routes, connecting conservation efforts across states and borders internationally. Research emphasized preserving contiguous habitats since fragmented landscapes limit long-term population viability significantly. Ecosystem recovery followed as cleaner rivers supported abundant fish and diverse aquatic life. The bald eagle's rebound became a celebrated conservation success story across communities nationwide. Photographers captured stunning images of soaring eagles, igniting public passion for protection everywhere. Indigenous knowledge contributed protocols for respectful stewardship, enhancing scientific conservation methods profoundly collaboratively. Local festivals celebrated returning eagles, connecting people to rivers and ancestral landscapes proudly. School programs taught children about ecology, inspiring future guardians of wild habitats everywhere. Watching juveniles fledge now symbolizes resilience born from decades of steadfast effort together. Scientists continue monitoring populations, adjusting strategies as new threats and data emerge regularly. Climate change, development, and pollution pose ongoing challenges requiring adaptive conservation planning urgently. Conservation organizations collaborate with governments, communities, and landowners to protect critical habitats effectively. Economic incentives encourage private land stewardship, preserving riparian corridors essential for eagle survival. Legal protections remain vital. Enforcement prevents illegal killings and habitat destruction effectively today. Indigenous cultural reverence for eagles strengthened public commitment to respectful coexistence and conservation. Media stories of recovery inspired citizens, fueling donations, volunteerism, and policy support broadly. Every successful breeding season reminds communities that careful stewardship yields tangible ecological returns. The bald eagle's image returned to parks, stamps, and public consciousness with pride. Seeing an eagle soar connects citizens to wildness and responsibility toward natural systems. The recovery story demonstrates science, law, and community action can restore balance together. Researchers tag migratory birds to map routes, informing protection across international flyways effectively. Habitat corridors allow young eagles to disperse safely, finding food and nesting territories. Ongoing monitoring detects contaminants early, enabling managers to intervene before population declines rapidly. The eagle's comeback fosters hope, proving collective action can reverse environmental damage effectively. Conservation teaches humility. Humans can harm, but humans can also help nature recover. Each nest represents years of labor, policy change, and persistent, patient community commitment. Future generations will inherit cleaner rivers, richer biodiversity, and sight of eagles again. Remember this recovery when voting, volunteering, or making everyday choices that matter daily. An eagle's return is not just symbolic. It's measurable ecological restoration in action. When you spot a bald eagle, pause and acknowledge decades of collaborative effort. The bald eagle's comeback reminds us that stewardship, science, and compassion change futures.